Welcome back. I know it's been a minute. I've had a very busy February. It started with me going to Austin. Went to Austin, came back, and then it's just been work has been killing me, man. It's been pretty impressive. There's a lot to talk about here. Some manga I'm going to bring up, but that's going to be in probably the next video. We do have Bug Ego review coming out. I also want to drop a. I might talk about the Dragon Ball chapter in the next video. This one's going to be specifically about Pokemon Day. Pokemon Day was 2 days ago as me recording this. It's currently the first, I believe it's on the 27th, so that's 2 days ago. A lot of information came out. The problem is it was a lot and not enough. We're going to talk about my things in the order of importance. Pokemon's Legends ZA. We got a full length kind of trailer for it. I think it looks good. The models are. We were talking about this for a while, me and my friends, and the models are kind of weird. It feels like they picked like the Pokemon models from Legends ZA, but like the character models from Scarlet Violet. I'll get used to it. I don't really mind. I think the game looks good. I like the battle style, being able to be more dynamic and kind of run around and dodge attacks and stuff is really fun. I'm more interested in that to see how that kind of turns out. I'm also interested in the story to see how that kind of goes. I'm also trying to see how far in the future this is compared to X and Y. So I guess we'll get all that in this. I can't wait for Legends CA. It's supposed to be coming out late this year. I assume around November. That's usually around the month that Pokemon drops a game. So that makes about sense. Um, Only thing I will say, I was a little disappointed in the fact that they didn't show anything we didn't already know. I guess they showed us the starters, which we didn't know, which I think the starter choice is fine. A lot of people are like, why double Gen 2? I thought we were all in agreement that Gen 2 had the worst starters out of all generations. And I'm not saying worst design wise, I love all of them. I'm saying worst like competitive wise, worse in like usage wise. Like they're just actually just not that great. So I was okay with them picking the other two Gen 2 starters and then going ahead and picking Tepig. I'm not sure why they chose Tepig. I like Embor, so I'm not too mad. Um, the way me and my friends put it was if this trailer would have came out 6 months ago, everyone would have been popping off. But the fact it came out a year later, people aren't too happy about it. I think the game looks great. I'm still excited for Legends ZA. I think the starter choices are fine. I'm probably going to be either Totodile. I don't know. The thing is with these three starters, I like them all equally. With it was a little different for Pokemon's Legends Arceus. I am a huge Oshawott boy, so like I was like, oh, I'm picking Oshawott. I don't care about the other two, but this one's interesting. I'm very excited for this game. Next up, the Pokemon Pocket. We're gonna probably make a video about that. But I do want to point out that Triumphant Light is out. It came out yesterday, actually, and we'll talk about that probably in a future video. It might be the next one. The next one might be Embers. I can't tell yet, but the big thing here is Pokemon Champions. Pokemon Champions is looking to be very interesting. If it's what everyone wants it to be, I think this is a great idea. If it's not what everybody wants it to be, I still think it's a good idea. I think Pokemon Champions is a good idea regardless. You're telling me I can play with my Pokemon on my phone. I love this. It has home capability so I can connect to my home, transfer Pokemon in and out of Champions. I like that. I like the fact that it seems to be bringing back old generational gimmicks. This is something I've always wondered because obviously with Gen 10, we are getting Megas back in the single player experience, but that doesn't mean anything for competitive because Legends doesn't have a competitive battle mode. So I think that's very interesting that we can get that option here. I'm wondering if we'll also be getting Z moves and like Dynamax back as well in Champions. And if that's the case, that's going to be a lot of fun. I can finally bring back my like Catastro Pika. You know what I'm saying? That'd be very funny. Very interested in that to see how they take Champions and what direction they go with it. There's some people going out and being big and beyond, and I'm with them on this. Where they're saying maybe with Champions existing, competitive Pokemon can use Champions, and then non-competitive Pokemon can just use the base games. I like that a lot. It will still give incentive to buy the base game because you can transfer those Pokemon into Champions if you want to use them. But having competitive Pokemon be on Champions means that we can do whatever we want with the main style games. Meaning that if people like this battle style from Legends ZA, the dynamic battle style where you can like dodge attacks and stuff like that, was more like the anime versus like a typical RPG Pokemon game, then we can keep that in the main series Pokemon game, but then we can have this traditional battle style in Champions. I think it's going to be a good idea if they go that route. Even if they go a slightly different route, having champions as an option is still good. I think being able to host maybe events where you could be like, hey guys, we're going to do like oh, only Megas and Dynamaxes, or we can do like only Terras and Megas, or we can do like Z moves and Dynamaxes, or something like that. Kind of limit, mix around, and kind of play around with it, or maybe you can just do a free for all. Like fuck it, have your Megas, have your Dynamaxes, have your Z moves, all that good stuff. I think it'd be really good. So I think Champions is pretty dope. I think that's all I really had to talk about with it. I could go more in depth about each individual topic. I think ZA is going to be good. I like the fact that I assumingly can now get AZ Floette. I would like to please get them on for me. AZ looks cool. I like his new design. I think all the characters look interesting. I'm interested to see more about the like underground thing they were talking about. I'm more inclined to see what the plot is going to be because we're going to be like centered in Lumios. So I'm just kind of I need to see what the plot's going to be. It's going to be very different from Legends Arceus. We're not going to be exploring the Huishu region, or we're going to be not exploring Kalos, but just in Lumio. So that's going to be very interesting. But hey, Garbodor's in it. Patrat's in there. People love Patrat, so that's pretty dope. I don't think I have anything else to say because most of the things I want to talk about will be about Triumphant Light, which is going to be. Oh, this is important. How could I forget? Megas are coming back to the TCG, and they're very different this time. If you played TCG before, Mega Pokemon were a thing, obviously around Generation 6 era, and then they eventually got swapped out for G Maxes, which were supposed to be like the you know what do they call them? The Z moves or whatever. Um, regardless, back in the day, in order to use like Mega Lucario, you place Riolu, you evolve into Lucario, you Mega Evolve, right? Now you go Riolu Mega Lucario. You skip a step now. I guess it's because the game's just faster now. I'm not sure. Regardless, very interesting. They only showed off Gardevoir and Lucario, but I assume all 20 something megas are coming back. I think it's like 32 megas, right? I think they're all coming back. That's cool. Hopefully, we can get Primal Crowdon, Kyogre, and Groudon back as well. That'd be sick. Um, Pretty excited for that. Probably not gonna be able to buy the set because you can't buy Pokemon cards now because scalpers exist and they just don't let you get the cards. But hey, it's pretty dope that that's actually a thing. So I'm excited about that. I guess I got to mention that Pokemon Concierge is getting new episodes. If you're a fan of that, that's great. Uh, I guess Cafe Remix is still going. I will say they almost got me with the Master stuff, right? Listen, I am a fan of Kyogre and Groudon. So you show me Brendan and May with Groudon and Kyogre. You got Steven sitting there with the Akuma pose with Mega Ray behind him. You almost got me. I didn't fall for it, but you almost got me. So anyway, I guess it's gonna be my quick little Pokemon Day wrap up. A lot of cool stuff announced. Very happy. Also, if you're in Latin America, congrats! You guys are getting games in your like native language. That's pretty sick. Very excited. Hopefully, y'all can buy the cards. I definitely can't find any Pokemon cards. Haven't seen a Pokemon card in the store in like 6 or 7 months. But hopefully, y'all can get some cards. You guys are. I assume Legends EA is going to be in your native language day one. That's pretty impressive. Shout out to you guys. Regardless, that's going to be all I have for Pokemon Day. If you did watch the Pokemon Day presentation, what did you pick up from it? Anything you're excited to see? Any new megas you want? I was hoping we get to see at least one new mega. They haven't said anything. I'm hoping we get one. If I had to pick, my favorite Pokemon already has a mega, and that's Absol, right? So Absol already has a mega. I don't see them giving Dalcatty a mega because obviously Skitty wouldn't get one, but the evolution of Skitty would. Um, Mega Donphan. Donphan got a pass in Future Paradox, right? Give it a Mega. Mega Donphan. I like Donphan a lot. So if you guys have any any megas you'd like to see or something, drop it, I guess. Let me know what you took away from that. It was a pretty good presentation overall, but I understand the disappointment that some people had with the Legends CA stuff. But for me, I wasn't expecting getting too much anyway, especially when they did say like you're getting this later this year. Calm down. I understood. So anyway, thanks for letting me waste your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.